Imagine spending over $2 million on a pair of sneakers. Not a car, not a house, but shoes that someone wore on a basketball court decades ago. That's exactly what happened when the most expensive sneakers in history sold at auction, shattering every record in the book. Leave before number 1 and you'll miss the most insane entry on this list. Let's count down from number 10. At number 10, we have the Nike Air Yeezy 1 prototypes worn by Kanye West at the 2008 Grammy Awards, which sold for a staggering $1.8 million in April 2021. These weren't even a released model, just samples that Kanye rocked while performing, making them a piece of music and sneaker history combined. The private sale through Sotheby's marked the first time a sneaker broke the $1 million barrier. Sneaker investor Rares bought them, and suddenly the world realized shoes could compete with fine art as investments. But trust me, this is just the beginning of the sneaker price insanity. Number 9 brings us the Nike Waffle Racing Flat Moon shoe from 1972, one of only 12 pairs ever made, which fetched $437,500 at Sotheby's in 2019. Co-founder Bill Bowerman handmade these revolutionary kicks using his wife's waffle iron to create the iconic traction pattern that changed running forever. The buyer was Miles Nadal, a Canadian collector who seemed determined to own every piece of sneaker history. These shoes represent the literal foundation of Nike's empire, the experiment that launched a billion-dollar brand. What's crazy is this price seemed astronomical back then, but it wouldn't even crack the top 5 today. Coming in at number 8 are the Air Jordan 1 High Chicago sneakers worn by Michael Jordan during his rookie season in 1984, selling for $560,000 in 2020. Jordan actually wore these during a game, leaving scuff marks and creases that made collectors go absolutely wild. Signed by his Ennis himself, these kicks captured the moment when Jordan was transforming from a promising rookie into a global icon. The shoes came with photo-matching documentation proving Jordan wore them in an actual NBA game, which skyrocketed their value. Still, $500,000 was just a warm-up for what's coming next on this list. Number 7 takes us to the solid gold OVO Air Jordans, a one-of-a-kind pair created in collaboration with Drake that sold for $2 million in 2016. These weren't just gold-plated, they were made with actual solid gold, weighing in at over 100 pounds combined. Drake gifted them to his friend, and the sale happened privately, making these some of the most exclusive Jordans ever created. Only 10 pairs of the standard OVO Jordans were made, but this solid gold version was truly unique. The craftsmanship alone took over 200 hours, transforming sneakers into wearable sculpture. At number 6, the Converse Fast Break, worn by Michael Jordan during the 1984 Olympic gold medal game, sold for $190,000 in 2017. Before Jordan had his Nike deal, he wore Converse during the Olympics, and these game-worn kicks captured Team USA's dominant gold medal performance. Jordan signed them after the game and gave them to a ball boy, who held onto them for over 3 decades. The sneakers still had the Olympic court dirt embedded in the soles, adding to their authenticity and value. It's wild to think these Converse nearly became lost to history before surfacing at auction. Number 5 brings us back to another pair of Air Jordan 1s, the 1985 Player sample worn by Jordan himself, which hammered down at $615,000 in 2021. What made these special was the mismatched sizes, a size 13 and a size 13.5, proving Jordan actually wore them since he had differently sized feet. The sneakers showed heavy game wear with visible creasing and scuffing from Jordan's explosive moves on the court. Christie's authenticated every detail, including photo matching to specific games during Jordan's legendary second season. These shoes literally touched greatness, and collectors paid accordingly. At number 4, we have Kanye West's Nike Air Yeezy 1 Grammys sample. Again, but wait, didn't we mention those already? Actually, this is a different story about how sneaker values exploded. In 2024, a pair of game-worn Kobe Bryant sneakers from his final NBA game sold for an incredible $800,000. Kobe scored 60 points in those shoes during his legendary farewell performance, an unforgettable moment in basketball history. The black and gold Nike Kobe 11s became instant relics covered in the sweat and determination of Kobe's last stand. When you combine a tragic loss with a legendary performance, you get a price tag that defies logic. Number 3 takes us to the Nike Airships worn by Michael Jordan in his 5th ever NBA game in 1984, which sold for an absolutely mind-blowing $1.47 million in 2021. Before the Air Jordan 1 even existed, Jordan wore these Nike Airships during his rookie season, and their photo matched to that specific November 1984 game. The sneakers still featured the original Nike swoosh before the Jumpman logo took over, making them a crucial piece of branding history. Sotheby's called them the earliest regular season Jordans ever offered, and collectors fought viciously for them. We're talking about the shoes that started the entire Air Jordan phenomenon, before Air Jordans were even a thing. And finally, number 1. The most expensive sneakers ever sold are the Nike Air Jordan 13s worn by Michael Jordan during his legendary flu game in the 1997 NBA Finals, which sold for a record-breaking $2.2 million in 2023. Jordan was visibly sick, possibly from food poisoning, yet he scored 38 points to help the Chicago Bulls win Game 5 against the Utah Jazz in one of the most iconic performances in sports history. The sneakers were still caked with the salt stains from Jordan's sweat, physical evidence of his suffering and triumph. This wasn't just memorabilia, it was a piece of sports mythology you could hold in your hands. That opening fact about $2 million? These are the shoes that made it happen, proving that greatness, even when sick, commands the ultimate price. So there you have it, 10 pairs of sneakers worth more than most people's houses. Which sneaker shocked you the most? Drop a comment and let me know if you'd actually spend millions on shoes if you had the money. Smash that like button and subscribe for a brand new top 10 every single day.